Hi, everybody. This is Paula. Love you guys. Thank you for subscribing. This is incredible. Thank you for this. Anyway, right now, we have to talk about the first 5 minutes of the episode, Chapter 1, The Fall, Long Stranger Things, Season 5. Okay, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. The first image we see of the first 5 minutes is of a young Will Byers singing a familiar song sing the familiar song, music, the, sing the familiar song that his public childhood taught him. Well, I'll think about those lyrics later, okay? But he does sing the familiar song, who says daggers to go, oh, some of those lyrics anyway. Anyway, the first thing is we see is the Will Byers singing the song that his public childhood taught him, and he's in Castle Byers. In the Upside Down, yes, I did say in the Upside Down. Because in the first episode of season 1, it was called Advancement of Will Byers, with Answer's Will being taken. In this new image, in this new shot from chapter 1 The Fall, is after he gets taken into the Upside Down. He's in Castle Byers, singing the song that his brother taught him, while being started by a Demogorgon. Demogorgon does rip open a piece of Castle Byers, finds him, and Will takes off running. Like there's no tomorrow. Seriously, like there's no tomorrow. He finds a tree, starts climbing it. The Demogorgon is right below him. Because when he looks back, he does see the Demogorgon looking for him. And of course, we all know that Demogorgons can climb. So the Demogorgon starts climbing up the tree, chasing after him. You know what Will does? He jumps off the tree, heading for one of the gates in the sky, but fails and goes to the next tree. And well, he fails and hits the next tree and falls to the ground. And then we see the Demogorgon dragging Will away. Where is he taking Will? The Hawkins Library, where you know who, Vecna himself, steps out of the shadows and puts Will into his wall of vines. He's wrapped up in a, he's up, he, the Vecna, put, wraps the tentacles around him and pulls him up to the wall of vines. So he's trapped there. And Vecna steps right up to him, says, let's begin. And he drugs Will. I'm saying drug because that's what it was like. Because we all know that he was, the amount of play he was in him. So he puts up one of the vines with his claw hand. He puts one of the vines up to his mouth and drugs him with the liquid. So that's what happens there. And then he says, "You can help me." I'm paraphrasing that where it says, "You're going to help me." Holy shit! Vecna was in season 1, and that moment when he's filling, when one of the bugs is filling this young boy, played by different actor, by the way, the young one is, he stands up to him and says, let's begin. First he says, let's begin, and he says, you're going to help me, William. Holy shit. Seriously? Wow. As he's filming, as he's plugging this young kid, as he's plugging this young kid for the liquid. And that is the first 5 minutes of Stranger Things episode The Crawl from season 5. And wow. You get a confirmation of Vecna being in episode 1 of season 1 of Stranger Things. And you have Will, who I think will be the new villain of season 5, with him helping Vecna. Because in another episode, they have Vecna saying, "You can help me one last time," to Will. So that's huge. And I did mention that the young actor at the beginning of this is played by a young actor. It's not Noah Snap as well. It's another young kid. I don't know his name right now. I'm probably looking for him. I can probably look for him again. So he's a different actor as the younger Bias from the first season, and it's timing upside down. So two key things to note here. One, Wagner was in the first season. This means they was also in season 2, season 3. As we all know for sure, season 4. Okay, so that's one confirmation. Two, we have an answer to what happened to Will when he was in the upside down, and of course, the son, because he knows his son is out in Carter. So that's cool. That is the first 5 minutes of episode 1, The Fall. Now, because we have a couple of recasts here. We have a lot of newcomers here because we know that Lady Hamilton will be Dr. K in the series. But there is a recast that is in know about. Because everyone knows that Holly Wheeler is the younger sister of Mike Wheeler. Holly at the time of season 4 was 6 years old. But the time jump that's happening in the season 5, Holly Wheeler is a little bit older. He will be betrayed by Maleficent. So just so you know, you'll be seeing an older version of Holly. In season 4, she was 6 years old. In season 5, she's a little bit older. So she has been recast with Maleficent. By the way, she's gorgeous. Everyone who attended the event last night with the red carpet in the first 5 minutes is what a night. Everybody looked gorgeous. Sandy looked gorgeous, Millie looked gorgeous. Person was there, she's beautiful, so everybody was there. Loved it. The first 5 minutes is of a young Will Byers who is suddenly upside down. It's right after he gets taken by the Demogorgon in the season in the pilot episode of season 1. He's suddenly upside down from his failed attempt to escape by the Demogorgon to him being back now at the Hawkins Library. And Bethna drugs him with some kind of liquid. So that was my fucking blood. Wow. As he's telling him that he's going to help, and as he's telling him that he will help him. So, whoa. It's going to be an epic season. Thank you for everything. I hope you guys enjoy this. Goodbye for now. Have a nice day, and see you soon.